welcome to Mod 140, our marketing module. I'm back. I'm going to continue doing the SurveyMonkey questions. Yesterday I did 1 through 5. Today I'm going to do 6 through 10. So, again, you want to pull up your week 1 objectives and questions. You can find that on carolsclass.com, or you can find it in the email that I sent out yesterday. All right, so again, the questions are on the right-hand side underneath the blue bar here. Okay, so let's go to number 6. And number 6 wants to know, what is the difference, number 6, what is the difference between a marketing plan and a business plan? Okay, what is the difference between a marketing plan and a business plan? So if you go to page 56, it talks about, in fact, it's a little section in the textbook outside of the chapters that goes over marketing plans. So page 56. And there's a section here, an appendix A, that talks about building an effective business or marketing plan. So make sure that you read this as well. Even though it's not in the chapter itself, it's actually in between the chapters, but please do read. I believe it's between chapter 2 and 3. Okay? All right, so let's go to page 56, and it talks about both. Think of it like this. The business plan is the overall business. So when you create a business plan, which we will when we get into a business module, I'm not sure which module it is. I know one of them it is. We build a marketing plan, a business plan. But within the business plan, you put a marketing plan. So when we do the marketing plan, we're going to expand that area and now concentrate on marketing. If that makes sense. So a business plan is a roadmap for the entire organization. Okay, so in other words, a business plan is a roadmap for the entire process of running a business. Whereas a marketing plan, like the title dictates, it's a roadmap for what type of actions within an organization. Marketing, for marketing actions. In an organization. Okay? So, when you think about it, a business plan can contain a marketing plan. But a marketing plan is more of you're focusing in on just the marketing activities, where a business plan is the overall business activities. Okay? So that's the difference. That's on page 56. Please read that entire section, because it's going to help you also when we start building our marketing plan. Okay? And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes when we get done with these questions. I want to take a few minutes to talk about that. All right, let's move on to number 7. Number 7. It wants us to describe the following generational cohorts. Okay, so first we have baby boomers. Baby boomers rock. And next we we have Generation X. They're okay. And then we have Generation Y. Most of my kids are in Generation Y. And then we have Generation, what comes after Y?
Z?
Z. I don't know where we're going to go from there.
Yeah, I
What are
just
we
was
going to
wondering.
name the following generation?
Are we going to start and do double A?
Double A? I don't know. Seems like we should have started at lower
Earlier.
in the alphabet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't create the plan. All right. So who are baby boomers? Baby boomers are people who were born after World War II. So after the war, if you do any research on the history of World War II, what happened, there was a lot of it was people had a hard time during war because you had to conserve and you couldn't spend money, you couldn't go places or do things. But anyway, when the people came back, when the guys came back, and women, men and women, came back from fighting abroad, people were happy. And what happened? Well, a lot of babies were born. So that was created a baby boom from 1946. So those are born between 1946. That one's even worse. Find one that works. 1946 through 1964. I happen to be at the tail end of that one. Generation X are those born between 1965. Oh, there we go. That's the pen that works. And 1976. So Generation X, 1965 through 1976. Generation Y are those born between 1977 and 1994. Yeah, all my kids are in this generation. Generation X, or Z rather, are those born from 1995 to 2010. So the people born in the last 10 years, I don't know what we're calling them yet. They're not old enough yet to have a name, I guess, right? What's another name for the Generation Zs? What do we call them? Us baby boomers, we call those millennials, right? We call them millennials. Millennials don't know life without computers, never lived without having cell phones, so don't understand having to sit there in the middle of your house while you talk to your friends with one phone line. And that was it. And having 5 channels, maybe, if you had a good reception. And something came on at 8 o'clock, you had to be there. This is before VCRs. You had to be there to watch it at 8 o'clock. Otherwise,
you missed it.
You missed it. Daytime TV sucked. It didn't have anything good. It just had like bowling for dollars.
And you always waited for the reruns. You always hoped for the reruns.
Yeah. So that's what they are. The baby boomers, Generation X. So which of these would people be marketing to right now? Who has the money and the influence is what they're going to be thinking about. Well, millennials have a lot of influence right now, and they're starting to get some money, but they're looking at these generations here. The baby boomers used to be the stronger, but baby boomers are retiring now. And now, so they're looking at these people here, and the Generation Zs are the ones who influence. These are the teenagers who say, Mom, buy me this. So, yeah, that's how marketers work. They look at the generations. Okay, number 8. Number 8 wants to know, what is the difference between disposable income and discretionary income? And you can find the answer to number 8 on pages 85 through 86. So let's go ahead and go there. 85 through 86. Okay. So, disposable income. Both of these are a type of income that's after taxes, okay? But the first one, disposable income, is money that is left over for necessities, such as food. So it's money left after taxes for necessities. Okay? And then discretionary income, again, is money after taxes, and then it's money after you pay for necessities, and then this is money left for luxuries. Money left for luxuries. I guess spell that right. Luxuries. Yeah. So, for instance, if I said going grocery shopping, that grocery shopping is going to come out of which one of these incomes? Well, it should be disposable income, because groceries are a necessity. But if I said a trip to Europe, that's going to come out of discretionary income, because that's for luxuries. Okay? So that's the difference between the two. All right, moving on. Let's do number 9. Number 9. What are the 4 rights that a consumer has been awarded under the Consumer Bill of Rights? Under the Consumer Bill of Rights. Okay? So what are those 4 rights? And this can be found on page 109. So we'll go ahead and go there. (109). And the Consumer Bill of Rights, this can be found on page 109, right here on the top, right here where it says Consumer Bill of Rights, where it talks about it. Okay. And they are, number 1, they have the right to safety. In other words, they have a right for their products to be safe from harm. They had to recall cribs because cribs, I think the bars were causing the baby's legs or even heads to get caught in them and to injure the baby. So they have a right to safety. They have a right to be informed. If there's something in the product that they should know about, they need to be informed of it. So that's why we see all these signs of there may be cancer causing agents in this product. They have the right to choose. Choose between different products, or choose to use this product that might be questionable or not. And then number 4, they have the right to be heard. In other words, their opinions, their thoughts, their fears, their concerns, they have a right to be heard. Okay? So those are the 4 rights that that are given to the consumer through the Consumer Bill of Rights. All right, that was number 9, page 109. All righty, let's do number 10. Number 10. All right, so number 10 asks, what is sustainable development? Okay, what is it, And how can a company benefit from conducting business in that way? Okay, so go to page 116. Page 116. And pretty much at the top of the page, that section right there, you could find it. Okay? So what is sustainable development? Well, sustainable development or sustainable development marketing seeks to meet today's economic and environmental and social needs without compromising the opportunity for future generations to meet theirs. So in other words, it seeks to, this should actually say sustainable marketing, but in the book it will say marketing. So the definition is the same. So it seeks to meet the economic and develop the needs of the consumer without risking those of future generations. So for instance, using trees that have been replanted so that future generations will have access to this, or without using the water systems that will be needed by future generations. So we want to leave this world in a better place that we found it, right? We don't want to leave a world that our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren cannot use. And then how can a business benefit from conducting business in that way? Well, when you conduct business in that way, it helps the company to become recognized as a company that is benefits society as opposed to harm society.
A good company.
Yeah, it's a good company, and so therefore people are attracted to it, and you'll increase sales and develop more consumer devotion.
More following.
Yeah, more of a following. More people will be more devoted to staying with that company if they know that that company is doing things in the right way. Okay, so that was number 10. All right, before we go though, I want to talk a little bit about your marketing plan. So, I posted on the website 3 documents, and I want you to check those out today. Okay, so 3 documents. One of them is the marketing plan. Directions or instructions. I forget how we called it. Directions or instructions. So in other words, it's going to give you some instructions on how to create a marketing plan. The next one is the marketing plan template. So what this has, it has spaces for you to fill in yourself. It's a template. And then third is the marketing plan deliverables. So what deliverables mean is each week I want you to turn in one part of it. So it breaks down the 4 weeks and what's due each week. So the very first thing I want you to work on this weekend is I want you to think of your product. I want you to create a product. It could be a product such as a book, electronic device, or it could be a service such as a restaurant or a dog walking. What I would do, because we're not doing group projects, so you're doing the whole thing yourself, is keep it simple. Use something or do something that you're already familiar with. Don't do something that you're going to have to research and you have no idea anything about it. So do something you're familiar with. Let's say, for instance, you're an artist. Well, maybe create a art product or an art school. Or let's say, for instance, you like to skateboard. Well, a skateboard shop or a particular skateboard design. Or for instance, you are you work with animals. Again, a dog walking or a animal care product. So keep it simple and find a product or service that you are familiar with and that you already know something about and that you will enjoy researching. Okay? So think of the product. That's what I want you to do. The very first thing. A product or service. Make sure the product or service is legal. It must be legal. All right? Yeah. So make sure it's something that is legal and, ethical. So that's what I want you to do. So, okay. So I'm going to be putting out videos for your PowerPoint lectures. Probably tomorrow I'll put out one. So have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the class next time.